What is going on, all my fellow Gold Rush players? How's it going? I'm Splitintwo Tee. We're back mining today. This is episode 6, and we are going to be, well, opening up the next cut of the claim. And that's going to be side cut. And, well, it's going to be a big one. It's probably 2, maybe 3-parter, depending on how much I can get crammed into these videos. With them only being 30 minutes. We're going to have to skip a little bit of footage, so I'm just going to start digging here and, you know, kind of moving along. Kind of chit chat with you guys while we're digging this hole, because that's about all you get to really do in this game right now. Because, well, we're doing hard mode, and, well, hard mode is very, very little gold, so we gotta dig a lot more. If this was normal mode, I would definitely be already sitting at tier 3, probably a rock truck and stuff like that by now. The drastic, it's a drastic change from hard to normal, and normal to hard. It's just a lot longer, right? You gotta think of a longer game plan, right? Like, how long am I gonna dig? You know, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't take loans, things like that, right? Like, just dig. All you gotta do is dig a hole, pay for fuel, and then do a cleanup whenever you need it. So it's kind of like the tactic that I'm going with. A lot of people have been asking me lately, so I figured I'd kind of clear it up for you guys. Also, seen a lot of messages in the Discord chat in the Gold Rush Discord. You know, kind of just people asking, you know, hey, how long does it take to get to tier 3 in hard mode? It's about 1 season to get to tier 3, but then it's kind of like a half of a tier 3. So it does take a lot of time. Hard mode is a massive time investment. It's something you can kind of play off and on. I would say, like, if you only have like 5 or 6 hours to play here and there, maybe once or twice every other week, I would say definitely don't play hard mode. I know you might be like, oh, normal mode with nuggets and stuff like that's just too unrealistic for me. But if you just don't have the time to play, that's probably the better mode for you to be playing in. You don't have to have nuggets on if you don't want. You can turn that off. So those things will kind of help you out a little bit. Make sure you decide what mode you want to play on. If you've never played the game before, you can always watch and follow along as we do this. I'll try to make sure that we don't skip any major steps for you guys. But as far as all the digging goes, you're gonna have to kind of just know that when I make cutscene and I skip, all I was doing was digging. Just like right there. All I was doing was digging. There's nothing I needed to teach you. Kind of like, hey, let's just cut through these claims and see how he makes this work. So yeah, it's been a nice little grind on here. I've been trying to put about, you know, 3 to 4 hours episode and then cut them down. Like this one, I dug for quite a bit. I didn't realize I had the recorder off, so this episode might be a little weird for you guys, but get her moved. Tried to fall in the hole over here. Oop, she's a little wiggly. We shouldn't have any problems. You gotta remove the bucket first. Why is my truck broken? I don't see any red things on it. Must be the tire. Check some of the bolts. I don't think, no? Weird. Why is my truck is broken? I have no clue. This is odd. Oh, why are my lug nuts, unscrewed? Alright, this is kind of random. Some jerk came onto my claim and unscrewed my tire. Oh, right. Well, that's a good start for the day. Okay. Alright, well, that's a little bit of a bug, because I know I didn't touch anything on my tires, but that's alright. Not a big deal. Check the tires. I only have to move this thing a little bit forward. Not much. And the truck's rolling away. Come on. Off to a good start today, man. Back up. Turn her on. So we're just making a big L, and the reason why I want to cut the side of the claim out first is because, well, nothing's gonna be driving over here later on, like season 2. Nothing's gonna be driving over here. If I cut it all out, it's just gonna be side pay gold. So, and no, this it's generally there's been a lot of gold on the sides of these claims. There's just a lot of gold in general here on this claim, so I'm kind of pre-prepping for taking as little gold as possible out of the big major flat parts of the claim, and just trying to take out and prep it for, well, season 3 with the front loader. So, or season 2, sorry, next season, which would be, yeah, front loader and tier 3. But we'll be able to move all that dirt down there, put it into the wash plant, keep on prepping out these cuts. Go. I'm gonna probably kind of owe you guys a longer episode for next week, but it'll probably be a mega episode, because I'm gonna be out of town for the weekend, so it's gonna be really hard for me to play a lot and get a lot of buckets farmed up for episode 2 of the side cut. But when I come back on Monday, and when this video should be airing on Monday, I'll be streaming and stuff like that. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm just gonna dig nonstop and bust out probably another 50 buckets or so. Hopefully then we can get this side cut done and maybe push us closer to winter. So that way, episode 8 would probably be me getting closer to winter and getting ready to end the season soon and digging for my last little, however much I can get, and hopefully I can afford to buy a majority of the stuff in the wintertime when it's cheap. Freaking water, man. Come on. Alright. My pump stuff is all set up weird. Fuel. Need to go fuel everything back up here. A little bit of maintenance every once in a while. It's not a big deal. Once you get to the bigger plants, it's most of your maintenance comes from where the plant's at. In tier 2, you're kind of dragging everything along with you. So just try to make sure everything's in a central location. My stuff's all over the place right now. It looks terrible. It's it doesn't make any sense. I'm just digging and moving, so I generally just keep going. I don't care to stop. Yeah, I'll just grab the hose later. For you guys, it's a little nicer because I try to leave the lights on for you guys. Dragging the lights around so you don't see the gigantic shadows in your cut, as well as like a weird, you know, it's just too dark. It's way too dark. We do have water. That was out. So I'm gonna have to rerun the water system later. We're getting a little too far for the way I had the pump set up now. As you can see, I actually have the pump stretched over the ravine. So, hose. Alright, we'll turn this back on. We'll steal this. Any lights? I won't be doing a cleanup, so I could take whatever I want from there. That's no big deal. Gotta get the lights, it's getting dark. Alright, so that lit that little area up nice, but there's wicked shadow in there. We gotta get another light. We gotta get another light source. Have this light source over here still, if I can get over here. A bucket full of gold, like a quarter full. We'll use this as our next bucket after the wash plant fills up. Jumping around so I don't get stuck on anything. Nope, those are... Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to change this. I don't need to change it right now. Ooh, this has been running the whole time. What the hell, Split? Damn, dude. Everything up. See, there's no water. We're in a drought, so that kind of is a bummer. But good thing we have water in the tank. Keep running until the drought goes. This water tank is an absolute savage. If you fill it all the way up, it'll last you through like 3 or 4 droughts. So pretty much what I did is I jumped to the vehicle so I didn't have to... Again. If you have a vehicle on the other side, just hit the vehicle tab button. In your options, you'll find what key that is under key settings. But he's different. Well, default, I don't know what it is. I bound my jump to vehicle to my mouse button, my mouse pad button that I have. 12 buttons where my thumb goes on my mouse. All right, let's see if we can get this light working now. Later on, I'll mess with the water system. Okay, that brightened up a little bit. Be enough to dig for a bit. We'll have to move the light later, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. So I've been running roughly like around, when I do a cleanup day or I do a big giant move or I have to go to town or something, I normally run around a 700-yard day with the wash plant, but my good days are like 1,100 yards, 1,200 yards. It's definitely cracking out the buckets. If you're in the 750 plus, you're doing a good job for your yardage with a single tier 2. And we see we made a little bit of a dent in it. I try to play for about 10 buckets in a session, so I try to stay on and dig for about 10 buckets. It's the tier 2 for me is very, it's like, I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. I don't like that there's only one little bucket you have to swap out. I know if you have workers, keep in mind, I do know that how to play the game, so, you know, oh, Split, you know you can have workers and they could do a swap. I get it. I understand. I understand you want to help, people want to help, but, you know, we're talking about the current game mode on where it's at. Right where I'm at, you know, so I can't afford workers or anything like that, so that's not going to really help me very much at the moment. Maybe season 2, we might be able to start getting some workers, but I don't know if I want the expenditures coming out. So we'll have to cross that to bridge when we get there. And this is a little bit slow here as far as digging goes. Long, brutal grind up against the side of this. But once it's done, it'll be nice, because then I won't have to deal with the wall anymore. And I'll stop breaking teeth on my excavator. I mean, the little mini X, if you're not pounding the ground every time with your and getting the warning every time, you'll be able to dig this thing with the whole season and not have to repair the teeth. My hoses are probably gonna go soon. I haven't checked them in a little while, but I would imagine they're gonna pop a hose here sometime soon. So I anticipated that by buying two hoses. So we should be able to get all the way through the season. Wash plant's getting ready to break though, so we're getting ready to drop a motor out of it. That's about $2,000 for the new engine. Like a quarter of the price of the wash plant, so it's kind of like ouch, but you know, we got enough money. This thing's already put like 30 buckets through it already, so it's made quite a bit of money back for what we paid for it. Sometimes it has a problem stretching out. Alrighty, what do we got over here? So I'm just trying to move it back in a straight line to keep the cut going. I'm not trying to go very wide on this cut because I have the wall to deal with. And the further I get away from the wall, the more I will leave on the wall. Just because of the angle and dirt falling out of the bucket, you'll just lose too much. So try not to take too much on your first pass up against the wall. The next cut when you come, because the side cut's going to be a double wide cut. I'm just doing a single lane right now. So, but try to go as far back as I can in this episode. I don't know how far I'm going to make it, but the side cuts should be a 50 bucket cut. It should be. I'm trying to go for anywhere between 30 to 50 buckets a clean out. I should have the money to do it on this one, because the last one I only had $32,000 and I was able to get 28 buckets out of the front cut. So before I ran out of money and ran out of fuel. Now I started with $70-something thousand and we're ready to boogie and just start ripping this claim up. The side cut might turn into the side cut where I just go ham and just dig everything out of the side. And probably will. Probably will end up doing that. skip some of this content a little further, right? So, but I gotta have the time to do that, like I was saying earlier. And, you know, kind of busy this week, so I do apologize for the split. Come on, man. We don't want to see 10 buckets being dug out. We want to see like 30, 40, 50. Let's go. All right, well, that takes a lot of time, so you gotta bear with me. A little bit of stretched on my time lately. So I just move ahead, then I cut this line out. The lines don't have to be perfect, guys. Don't put the dirt in the wash plant. That's all that matters. Just put the freaking dirt in the wash plant. You want to get as much as you can, because the next time we come by, the next pass will be, the excavator is going to be on the edge side, and the wash plant's going to be over on the other. So the imaginary wall will be where that line kind of is for the cut. So hoping I can get all the way back or close to it. I mean, I think it'd be a good goal in a digging session to get myself to about where those logs are. It's about 2.5 hours, probably 3 hours of digging, straight digging. A little bit of going to town here and there, but overall it's not bad. All right, we're back to the logs. Well, we made it. There was just trying to find how far I made it back in here. Made it to the logs. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard digging these walls out like this with this little mini excavator. And the water dried out. Good thing I'm running off my pump. Get some. And sadly, I would like to say I don't have the footage, but the wash plant broke. Yeah. Sorry guys, the wash plant did break. The engine broke. I replaced it. It's dead on the ground. Over there, you see it. So another thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be saving all of the broken parts to show you guys, well, how much gold I got and how much I broke in a season. Like, what did I break? How many hoses did he break? How many hydraulic lines did he break? How many motors broke? That much out. How much did it actually cost him to dig to get to the next season and have money to buy tier 3? That'll be kind of fun. I'm just leaving them off to the side. It won't be too many. Hopefully not too many parts. Spending $1 billion in breakdowns over here. Already full and losing pay dirt. Okay. Definitely don't want to lose pay dirt. So we did get some new community managers over at the Gold Rush Discord. We haven't heard too much from them yet. I know a lot of people have been asking questions lately about Gold Rush and what's going on. I wish I had the answers for you guys. I really do. But we just don't. We haven't heard anything. We really haven't heard anything other than there's big news coming in October. But apparently they're going to announce something in October. We have no clue what it is. Nobody said anything. It's been really, really quiet. Changed a lot of people in their office lately, so we just haven't really heard anything from the Gold Rush camp, from the boys over at Code Horizon. We just haven't heard anything. It's been a dead zone for quite a while. That's also includes Diesel Brothers as well, too, right? So the only news that we've heard lately is half of their people quit or something. Who knows? We don't know what it is. All it is, it's all rumors. We have no clue whether people got fired or people got, you know, who knows, right? We have no clue what actually happened. All we know is that apparently a couple more people got hired. There's big news coming out in October, so whether the game's going to be finished in October or as bug-free as they can get the game to be, who knows? I'm excited to see. Hopefully it's something big. Hopefully it's something a lot of us have been waiting for a while. We know it's not going to be multiplayer. If they put out multiplayer in this game all of a sudden, I mean, it'd be amazing. Don't get me wrong, it'd be amazing, but That's definitely not going to be it. It's definitely not going to be multiplayer. It could be, hey, we have a date for console maybe, because we're supposed to be getting console in Q4. Or it could be, hey, sorry guys, we have to delay the console version. Who knows, right? We don't know what it is. I'm kind of excited to see what it's actually going to be. What are they actually going to, what are they going to give us, right? Are they going to give us something? Are we getting something new to play with? What have they been working on for the last, 2 years? Kind of quiet for 2 years, right? Like, heard, we saw them working on stuff here and there. We know they're way further ahead on the game than what we know. We've seen that already between people leaking it and stuff like that. People leaking their stuff they shouldn't be showing. But we know that there's quite a few changes coming. Like, nobody knew that the drill was really being changed other than the testers testing for it. So, things like that are great when we get an update. A lot of people are like, hey, this game hasn't made any changes at all. It's such a terrible game. It's the worst game ever. It's like, okay, then why have you played it for 2,000 hours then? If it's such a terrible game, why have you played it for 2,000 hours? And normally they never have a response. So, I don't know. I'm having a blast with the game still. After almost 2.5 years of playing the damn game, I still like digging holes. There's no other game that can compare to it. Does that make up for the fact that there's so many bugs? No, but honestly, I don't think I have one game in my library that's not buggy. In some form or fashion, it has bugs in it that irritate you. So, I don't know of any game out that doesn't have bugs. Alright, we are definitely out of fuel. Okay. We need more fuel. And we got buckets in the truck. Woo! Buckets. We got that gold, boys. That's just my 2 cents on the whole why they're quiet and stuff like that. And and as a community, the weird thing is we all kind of asked for them to just focus on the game and don't worry about the community. So to not hear anything from them, it's kind of like, yeah, it sucks, but let's just hope they're working really hard. Okay, like let's hope they're working extremely hard and it's works. And we get our Gold Rush game finally buttoned up, right? Hopefully not buttoned up and then forgot about. That would be a bummer. Right? That would be definitely a bummer. I still think there's a lot of room for improvement in the game on the Unity engine. I mean, a lot of us want the game to be built in Unreal. They're not going to do that. I don't think they're doing that. I don't think that that's the direction they want to go. That's my guess. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get a Gold Rush 2 from Code Horizon. Which is a bummer because I absolutely love their art style that they've been using on their map design. It's refreshing from the farm sim thing, like the way farm sim looks, where everything's just flat and has no real environment to it. Come on, damn it, frickin' hose. But I don't know. I've always kind of just fell in love with the Gold Rush, the feel. I feel immersed when I'm on the claim, right? I feel like I'm actually here. I'm actually gold mining. It gives you that feeling. It has a good feel, and it's hard to do that in a video game. Like when I play a game, like Farm Sim, where it doesn't really have, the maps are flat, the bushes are just kind of placed there. There's no real rhyme or reason for things to be where they're at, other than, yeah, let's put a tree here, or, and generally the game's just really flat and dull. I don't think that's going to fit for Gold Rush. I think a lot of us fans, we want to feel, it's not just about digging a hole. It really isn't. It's not. There's how you're gonna dig your cuts out. Looking around. Scenery is a big thing. You're in a game world for hundreds and hundreds of hours. If it just looks flat and depressing, well, you're gonna be flat and depressing, right? So your mom, and she's not flat and depressing, all right? So, yeah, word to your mom. But no, it's I like it. I like it. There's been a lot of it's taken a change too. The game's taken a massive change over since it's first started, right? A lot of this stuff is completely different. Like there used to be a big block of cement right there where I was just driving by, where you rock the over, well, where the grizzly bars come off the wash plant. It would drop off boulders and they would come off the grizzly bars. And a lot of you guys remember we used to have tailings in the game as well too. Those aren't in the game anymore, and for good reason. I don't feel that they added gameplay value to the game versus what trouble they brought. It was too much trouble and hassle versus actually giving us an enjoyable play experience. Just about ready to get all this stuff hooked back up here. It freaking takes forever sometimes when you have it spread out all over the place. But the reason why I have my water pump all the way over there is because it's so loud. The volume, some of the volumes of their things are really out of whack. They need to change the volume levels. That pump is just stupid loud. You can't even have it anywhere near where you're working. Especially if you're a streamer or you're making a video. Keep that in mind. Certain equipment is just louder than others. Like Frankenstein is a ear killer. All right, we're getting close to being done here. Digging for the day. Been great. It's gone pretty well. I mean, everything was kind of as planned, right? I mean, there's no real unplanned events in the game. Everything's kind of time coded like every game. So we just been digging this hole. Figured I'd chit chat with you guys. Like I said, if you have any questions at all ever about, you know, hey Split, like what do I need? Should I get this or should I get that? Because it's all you can't really, you can go by the book on this game. There are set ways to play the game, but doesn't mean you have to play that way. If you just want to get on and have fun and you don't care about, you know, I just want to dig, I just want to see if I can make it doing this way, then do that. You play, that's the best. It's always been the best part of the game. You can dig the claim out however you want. You can buy whatever you want whenever you want. And whether you're going to succeed or not, well, that's up to you. It's up to how many buckets you're going to put in the ground versus standing around and letting your equipment just run. You got to dig. You have to dig. You got to keep your equipment going. If it's not running, turn it off. You know, sometimes you'll leave an excavator on or something like that, you know, every once in a while, but try to minimize it, right? Or some pumps. Oh yeah, that's right. I got a basket. Something I said I would never get. I was trying to figure it out and kind of dink around with it, and it's a pain in the butt. I'm not gonna lie. This thing is a pain in the butt. I don't know if I like the basket or hate it. I'm kind of feeling like I hate it, but it does make it nice to be able to pick up like 6 buckets at a time and take them over to somewhere, right? So have it drag all over the ground because it's too big. That's a big. Oh my gosh! What just happened? Holy crap. Bucket rampage. What? Stupid buckets. We're about 8 buckets right now, so 8 or 9, roughly. Get back to the log part from the first part of the cut. My goal is to go all the way to the back corner. We're getting close, so we're probably about another 4 buckets off from the back, 4 or 5 buckets off from the back corner. Getting ready to wrap this up. At this point, I don't even care. And so a lot of people have been asking me, Split, how are you doing the videos? Are you voiceovering them as you're playing, or are you just doing the voiceovers after? Obviously, I'm doing the voiceovers after. However, when I'm playing the game, I do have my microphone on, and it is recording my voice, but it's only as reference so I can come back in and touch everything up. So pretty much everything that I'm talking about is me just literally talking to myself. So, yeah. And then I figure out if there's some dead stuff in there, I can talk about something else. So this episode had a lot of dead time, so that's why I'm kind of just rambling today and just chatting about random gold rush stuff. And life stuff, you know, just digging a hole, all lonely. Right here, bone scooping. No, it's mainly for like the funny parts, like if I fall in the hole or something like that. You know, the wife can come in the room and stuff like that. So I'll kind of have to reenact that part of the thing to make it sound a little bit better, or move the microphone away so it doesn't blow your guys' eardrums out and things like that. So it's just technical stuff that we do. Oh, that's not a bad day. 922 yards, not bad for that's with breakdowns. So all the stuff, just kind of learning the craft of making videos. Hopefully you guys are really hopefully you guys are liking the content. The ones that don't have the time to watch the live streams. You guys want to see me move dirt and, you know, push out a lot of buckets and stuff. So the crazy thing is my last clean out, the big one, the last front cut, that was bigger than most people's normal clean outs with a tier 3. So get some, noobs. Get wrecked. Splitintwo Tee's coming on hard mode. Dig. And as well, a couple of you guys have also started up kind of playing along with me. And yeah, make sure you guys share your screenshots and stuff like that in my Discord. Just share them right in the general channel. Nobody cares. We're all Gold Rush fans. We all like to see how everybody does their cuts and everything. Damn it. Washplant broke down again. Ugh. That's the spray bar. Well, alright. So that gave me, let's see here. That's the second spray bar I've gone through. So roughly about every 30 something buckets I go through a spray bar. Yeah, let's get this taken off. All right, freaking loading zone or save. Sorry, man. Save is like just ripping it. Taken off. I do like the repairs. I don't see how you could not want to play with them, man. There's nothing else to do. It's just dig a hole and shit's gonna break. So, and make sure your water's turned on, or make sure your power's turned on, or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much to do. It's gold mining. It's just claim maintenance, right? Oh, whoa. Launch the bucket or a part. You know, so you're mainly just maintaining and trying to get as much gold per day is all you're really trying to do in this game. For anybody who hasn't really played it. Now, I know it may not seem like fun, but for some odd reason, this game has a bore factor of 10, but a playability factor of 5,000, okay? Because you can, as you're following along, you can see if you're a new player, it does take a long time to dig these claims out until you get to the more advanced mining gear, and we will show that. You know, you can probably just go through one of my old streams and watch where I'm playing with the big equipment, especially any of the leaderboard content, leaderboard season 1, with Frankenstein, with the Frankensteins and the full tier 5 and workers and everything like that. I can break through. I can dig old Arnold out in 20 hours. Around 20 hours is what it takes me. About 20 hours of claim to dig only the rich spots out. Only the rich spots. So it's fast. It's fast now. But when you're using small equipment, it takes a long time. You gotta think of your plan over the long course time. Count these buckets. All right, we're at about 12 buckets. It's been a nice long digging session today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. And you continue to come on over and hit that like button. You know, subscribe if you haven't. You guys know what's up. I try not to pound that into you guys. It gets a little annoying, but yeah, you gotta throw it in there at least once or twice a video, right? So, yeah. Good. The cuts looking great. We're gonna get a lot more mined, and we're gonna double lane it over here. I'm hoping, you know, next week I'll try to give you guys like a 30 bucket clean out. So hopefully try to get this cut finished up on the side, and then be able to move closer to that glory of hitting the end of the season, which should be amazing. I can't wait to get froze out for the first time and only have used tier 2 with 1 wash plant, and see how much money I have towards the end of the season. But we're probably gonna have to open up another cut after the side cut, so it's gonna be a lot of digging still until we get to the bigger equipment. It's gonna be a long road. Like I said, this first season of me coming back and doing hard mode will be about 13 to 15 episodes. well, hopefully you guys are all here to enjoy them, and we'll get through this this content. So appreciate you guys coming and watching. Much love, everybody. WL for life. Peace.